Okay, so let's talk about Dwarf Fortress again. We're back, and the goal is to continue this tutorial thing that we're doing. And but now we've gotten into the game a bit. Oh, you know what we should probably say? If we get back in here, we're gonna continue playing to jump back into our fortress, which is that one right there. It's the one we have running. That's the world we're in. Enter. We are at, or that's the fortress anyway. And we'll jump back into our fortress, and here we are. Oh, that ASCII. I'm still not quite used to it, but I'm getting there. It's not, a lot of people complain about ASCII. It's not so bad. It takes a bit to get used to, but this is vanilla. Of course, there's a much prettier, even ASCII tile sets that are out there, which aren't too difficult to install. But for the basics, it does the job. I'm still very eager to see what happens with the Steam update and what kind of tile set we get with that. I've seen little bits of it, and it looks quite nice. Someone was actually doing a comment on one of these past videos about if only this game had the look of RimWorld, oh, what a game it would be. And I think that's kind of the idea of the Steam release. So we shall see. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got. We have all the basics done. We've got craft land down this way. We're building out we have a barracks down here. Up north, we've got a bunch of living quarters for the original folks. There's more living quarters down below. We got a stockpile right here. As you walk into the fortress, we have a bridge which will keep us protected. And we've got a hallway of nothing. And then the trade spot is right here in the middle. And back here is where our kitchen is. You can see all the tables and chairs right there. We got mugs lining the walls here. We got stockpiles up the back. We got kitchen area back in here, kitchen and still. And then we got our farmland reaching over here. We probably need to block this off a little more because I don't think it's very protected. So maybe do something else with that to help keep that a little bit safer. I can't really tell if it's under. I think it is actually underground, so it shouldn't be. As long as we don't chop these trees down, we should be safe with that. But ideally, you don't want to put things, with one level below the surface. All right. So I have a Dwarf Fortress checklist that I loosely follow when playing Dwarf Fortress. It's very complex, very quickly, especially when you have 50 plus dwarves. How do you stay on track? I don't. I just try to keep up. I don't have much of a. That's why I play it on live streams now, because if I forget things, people yell at me and remind me. Okay, we're gonna go downstairs, and we are here in our new bedroom, which we've built a few beds into. We have our temples back this way. We have our guild halls over here as well. I think we're gonna put in a library, maybe down this way is gonna be the next spot we'll go in. And then down one more, we've got ourselves a sheriff office and a jail right over there. And that's it. That's as far as we've made it so far. I think probably the one of the most important things is going to be defense. And how are we going to do that? So we have a military. We have a few dwarves that know how to use a bow. We got 5 of them. Well, okay. So we have 2 of them that know how to use a bow. 3 of them that pretend to know. And so we have a bit of a defense, but there's ways. There's ways of organizing this to make it real nice. Now we have a water. We do have water over here. I could maybe. Could I? We could maybe put something where we could dig out like a cavern here and have the water kind of come over here, and we can use our bridge and make some sort of a water trap thing. I don't think we'll do that though. It might be a little more complicated. Let's just stick with cage traps, spike traps that we were working on before. So cage traps. We got weapon traps. Just sort of line the front here. We always have to have a three section gap to allow the trade people to come in. But as long as we follow that, we'll be fine. Waterfall through the dining room. Yeah. I was trying to think what we could do here. We could carve out a section here and have the waterfall come to the front door, and just have a bridge there, and then it holds that. And then when people attack us and they come to the door, we lower the bridge and all the water comes piling down on all the people. It would be funny. It would be very complicated, though. Not really a beginner tutorial kind of thing. I'm not sure if I could handle that, actually, myself. We need to make things prettier. We got started on it, and I think it's still set as that. Let's go look to D for designate. And yeah, it's still marked to be done. It's just a very slow process. We can take a look if someone actually just has that job. We have new dwarves in here. So we've got Jim's building. He's our builder. I'm fine with him doing that. We have Lore the Lie Maker. He's not doing anything. So Lore. You are a competent mace dwarf. I may put you in the military. But for now, I would like you, we're going to go back to P, to preferences, and then labor. I think it's P's preferences. Or profession. Profession, that's what it is. And then we're going to go and make him a stone. We're going to go into stone working and tell him to be a stone detailer. And so he will go around, that's his job, is to make the world pretty. And so he should do that until he dies, or until we tell him to go be a soldier. Pour lava on a drawbridge, then raise it. Does it fling the lava across the map? No, it does not. And also, if you put lava on a drawbridge, you have to make sure that it is magma safe, which is a whole nother thing. Make sure it doesn't melt under the power of the magma. So I think defense is the big thing. We started working on cages before. We got cages and we got mechanisms getting made. I think we already made them all, actually. Mechanisms are getting made right now. We had the cages. I think I made a bunch of those. Let's make sure I have a few more, though. Just to make sure cages is J right in here. So we'll throw a few more cages in here, and we're going to set them up, and we'll combine these things. I'm going to go put in on these and make sure they're done first. And then we can make the bins and the beds. And we probably have a few of these. So as long as we have cages and we have mechanisms been made, we can go to B, and we can go to the traps and levers option, which we haven't been there yet. But Shift T. And we have a cage trap is a new thing we can make. We can hit C. And we can place them wherever we want to. And I'm going to place them right here on the edge. Now, again, these would block my depot, so I can't have them in the middle here. We had to put them on the edges. So we're going to put one there. We've got 3 of these available. So we got 3 mechanisms available anyway. We'll do another one, which is C again. I'm going to set them kind of on both sides here. And we'll just kind of line the... We'll have like a corridor of cage traps. We can put some weapon traps in there as well to damage things as they come in. That'll help. That will help catch things that may come in and try to attack us. That's a very easy way of defending your base. A human bard is visiting Onra. The human bard is coming to say hello. So we're still working on those mechanisms. We can't do much until we get those things made. There's another kind of trap we can make, which is not too difficult. We're busy with those. We'll deal with. Yeah, we'll do this now anyways. Let's go back here to the carpenter, and we're gonna go add a new task. We're gonna tell him to make a bunch of training spears. These are kind of terrible, but they work. And so, I think, is this probably the best one? Or we can, yeah, let's just do this. So we'll make those. I want to put a, let me do it this way. I'm going to cancel that. We're going to go into the manager one, U, and then M, and then the manager. And we're going to set a new order up. And I want training spears. Wooden training spear. Just make them out of wood. They're super cheap. They're not too much. But we can put in some spears along the edge, along with those cage traps as well. So it'll damage things as they go walking by. I want 30 of those. And so they'll make those eventually. And yeah, we can put a pit under our bridge and maybe smash some things. So we lift that up and then things will fall into the pit trap. Yes. All kinds of exciting things. Make sure we keep that clear. So while they're making all that, let's go look at right over here. So let's dig this thing out, and we're going to go and make ourselves a library. Something like, yeah, this is fine, like this. We'll build a library here. And so then, when we go out and get some artifacts, this will be our next thing we want to do, is we want to go out and get artifacts and bring them to our library so that our fortress makes a name for itself, you know? Do you use crossbow dwarfs much? I used to. That used to be... They're the easiest ones to set up, because you already have the archery... default archery uniform already in there. And so archery dwarves are really easy to do. You just go to a bowyer. You even usually begin with stuff and build yourself from crossbows. And you're usually pretty good. So it's pretty easy to get started with a crossbow army. Typically, I do melee dwarves, though. What are these exclamation point things? Oh, those are my cages that are all lined up over there. We're just waiting for those mechanisms to get made, which he's doing now. What I was going to do before, and I should do this now, is I should set up like a stockpile of rocks around here so that we can access them at this depot here. We can put like a wood stockpile here. Let me come over here just for ease of helping these guys out. Because what they're doing is, when he makes a mechanism, he has to run all the way over here, actually outside here, grab a stone, and come all the way back in to make it. And I'd rather him not do that. I'd rather him go close. So let's carve this one out and put wood in there. We'll carve this one out and put stone in here. Maybe we'll make a block one as well. But let's go and mine this out. And we'll do all this stuff. And we'll carve in a door right there. And we'll do the same thing over here. You know, uniform and all that. And we'll go something like over here and then up here. Not quite uniform, but you get the idea. We'll go all the way back here. Stone and blocks will be a little bigger. Something like that. Again, I don't want to go outside. I want to make sure I have 2 levels of floor above me. Let me remove that. There. Okay, that's good. It's the best soldier, anything that you would need right now. It depends on what you have. I don't have any metal yet. And so because I don't have any metal, crossbow dwarves are the thing to go with. If we had metal, like if we had silver, silver is usually a pretty prevalent thing that's out there. If you have silver, you can make silver warhammers. Silver is a very heavy metal. So you make just like a bunch of silver warhammers. Is a pretty easy one you can do. You can make whips, I think, pretty easily out of leather if you start slaughtering some animals. Whips are a good weapon. If you do have metal, of course, you can make anything. And you should make anything out of metal that you can. Like now, I don't have much. I don't really have anything. All the metal I have is deep metal. We saw from the beginning. And in order to get there, we have to go all the way down deep to find it. Copper is kind of lousy. I mean, it's better than wood. It's better than leather, and it's better than bone. So, you know, it's a step up. It's not very good, but it's something. We got a human bard coming to visit us. Let's go build beds and place them in here. I got a bunch of beds. Well, I got a few beds anyway. Fill that up. And we're going to make these ones that are already here. Escape and then queue on these guys and make them into bedrooms like we did before. You put some doors in there. I'm shrinking this thing down so it's actually the right size. Doesn't need to be piling outside there. Do I have any doors lying around? B and D? Nope, no doors. So let's go to my mason, who's not doing anything right now. We're going to tell him, hey, you know what? Let's do this the manager way. We'll go to U and then M. And we're going to say new order. And I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to do this like a new order. Q. And I want doors. I want rock doors. And I want, I'm going to set up like 2. And I want to set up conditions. Is that right? I don't do this very often. Conditions. And I want a order condition. Nope, not that one. Frequency. Right. Plus and minus. I want it checked daily. And that's it. So we'll always make sure we have 2 doors laying around. Bronze is not better than steel. No. Copper, then bronze, then iron, then steel, then adamantine. Yeah. You get a dwarf trader every fall from your people. You may get an elf and a human trader coming in from time to time as well. But I'm surprised we haven't had one. Well, we haven't had one yet. I'm surprised we haven't had a human one, but we didn't have an elf one because we're at war with the elves, which we can see that by hitting C and looking around and finding the elves that are nearby. This is our world, and we can see of course, the Omegas are us. The elves are up here at the eyes, and we're at war with those guys. The vigorous Sheens, scintillating Zephyr of recluses. Yeah, what a terrible people. We may, you know what? Maybe by the end of this episode, maybe we'll go there and we'll attack them. There's only 20 elves in there. You can see the population right there. There's about 20. They don't have anything here. There's no artifacts or anything, so there's no reason to kill them other than the fact that they're elves. And I'm not opposed to slaughtering a few elves. There's also elves back over this way. Anyone that's small, we can look over here and see if we can find one that has just a few elves there that we could attack. That's goblin. And see if we can find one that has something, and we can get a book out of. I don't know about equivalent steel versus silver warhammers. There's one there. Oh, in there. You may notice, I think that one said before. So we're at war with these guys. These over here, we're actually allied with these elves. This is a different elf people over here. So these are it's a different civilization. What are these up here? These are the ones we're at war with. I don't see anything that has... I'm just looking for one that has a small site. I don't see any. Oh, there's one there. Again, it doesn't have anything on it. So maybe we'll just go to this place and just burn it down. That's always fun. It's always a good time. Burning down some elf cities. We'll get there. Allied, that's a solvable problem. Sure, it certainly is. Okay, how's our library looking? It's looking like a library. Alright, so same thing as before. We're going to go to I and set up a zone. And we're going to highlight this thing. And we're going to make ourselves a library. So we're going to go into a meeting area, just like we did before, and assign location. And we're going to make a new one. This is now a library, which is L. The Vault of Rope, we call this place. Excellent, excellent. We can also hit escape and then go back to L. We can see the thing in here. We can also go to details over there. But this one, you can see libraries, they want bookcases. They want written objects in there as well. We're going to have folks come by, and they're going to want to look at the books in our library. We don't have any yet, which is outrageous. So they want bookcases to hold the books. They also want, we saw one of the written objects was, when that trader came last time, he had one that we could have bought to put in our library, which we didn't. We can also have scholars and scribes come in and learn about the books and make new books. A scribe will make new books and make copies of certain books. So if you make one book, you can make copies of it and then pass it along and then, you know, all that kind of stuff. Hey, Vexing, how's it going? And Adam. Other Adam. So we want to get bookcases, boxes, and bags, and tables and chairs. So we're gonna go and set that up. I think we have boxes or bags. That's H, B, and H. We'll stick a box over there. Yeah, we got an oak chest. Sure, put one of those over there. How many chairs? Let's stick some chairs over here in the corner. We'll do a couple. We'll do a chair there, and we can do a chair there, and we can do any tables. Yeah, we'll put a table there. T. Have a table over there. Okay, so that's a little bit. That's something. We need bookcases, which we haven't made yet. So let's go make a bookcase. We're gonna go F1 back to the main floor, and we're gonna go to Q, and we're gonna go look at our carpenter, who's very busy. Can I make rock bookcases? Add new task A, and is that in here? Let me find it real quick. I don't think you can do a rock bookcase, can you? I don't think so. So we're gonna go back to the carpenter and hit A and go find ourselves a bookcase, which is there. Make wooden bookcase down here at the bottom, behind my head. So we're gonna make like 2 of them. It's really all we need. We're gonna hit in on it so to make sure they do that now, because right now he's doing the training spears in the beds. So he'll do the bookcases first, then we go back to whatever. And hey, Gloryfire. The date is now 02/02/2020. What an exciting day. So now we'll get our bookcases set up. This is done here. Equipment mismatch. Okay. We'll deal with that in a minute. So we want to set this thing up as a stockpile. So let's go to P and we'll set up just a wood stockpile. And I'm going to mark this whole zone right in here as a wood spot. So this is all the wood will go hauled into there, so then my carpenter can just grab things and make whatever, you know, from there. Same thing over here. I want to make a stone spot. So I'm actually going to split this up though. So back to P and we're going to do a little bit stone and a little bit something like we'll do stone like that, and then the back here we're going to put in blocks because we're going to make some blocks in a minute. Let me do like another row here of stone. And then we'll go to B, which is bar block. And we can make these rough stones into blocks, which is more efficient. If you're going to make some walls, you want to make it out of blocks because it makes faster. All right, it's like 1 block is basically worth more stones if you think of it that way. Never thought to put a depot inside like you did. I don't think if I've ever done that before, actually. I usually keep them outside. I've had a couple times where I've had them in here. And so that way I can close the doors and maim the elves when they come in, you know, as you do. I don't have a blacksmith yet. We haven't got there yet. If your military squad isn't training, you may want to check, go to S and highlight them and make sure that they are active in training on T, not inactive. No, it's default to inactive. So make sure it's set up as active in training. That way it makes sure that they actually are training in here. Eventually we should see people in here. Oh, I didn't set this one up yet. Okay, I built the archer target. I didn't actually set it up though. I forgot. And you can see every time it does this little noise, became a Hammerdorf, became a broker. That means that they're basically changing at the shift. They're going to grab their stuff and go get some training done. But this archer target, we're going to go highlight it with Q, and then R, and we're going to set up a range for their archery. I mean, we can be, that's fine how it is there. And we can tell them how to shoot. So they're going to shoot from left to right, which doesn't work. We want them to shoot from top to bottom. So we're going to hit WASD, we're going to hit W. No, we're going to hit S from top to bottom. So they're going to come stand over here to shoot the archery target. And who we want training here? The Misty Ships we want training here. So they can train here. That's all there is to it. That golden ices, which is in there and kind of annoying, we can go to M and get rid of them. We can just highlight them with down arrow there and disband the squad. So we're not using it. Well, when I get a blacksmith, I'll need one after you, Drac. Did I not mark my... Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah. Okay, key crossed. Key crossed. Hey, key crossed. Okay. So again, we can go find this guy, and we can hit Z on him. So we went to others, and Z. So key crossed is a ghost now. There he is. He's raising from where he was smashed. Now remember, we got that slab, and then we engraved it. We did do that, but we haven't put it anywhere. It's just sitting in the stockpile. He's not happy about that. So we should probably do something about it. And I think what I want to do is we could like line them up in this main hall here, like line it up our dead in the hall. That would be exciting, I think. It's a small barracks. So we don't have many dwarves. So let's go, and right now he's gonna haunt the fortress, and everyone's gonna be real mad. We may be able to see on if we look at this guy here, Rakust. We'll look at your was it? Let's look at what's my button? I'm sorry, my buttons are going. I'm losing my mind. Let's go look at Rakust. We hit V on him. Enter. I was haunted by a ghost. This is truly horrifying. He hates it. He's horrified after being haunted by the dead. So that's bad, and it really ruins their day. And so, hey, JP, we want to make sure we get him put away. I think it kind of adds to the all around ambience of the fortress, but dwarves don't think so. So let's go back to B build. We're gonna build that slab, which we have right here, which is Alt S to make a slab. So we're gonna go put it somewhere. I'm gonna line up our main hall here with these slabs, and so I'm gonna place it here. Now it's gonna ask me which one do you want to do. Now if you had slabs that weren't engraved and some that were engraved, you're gonna ask, how am I gonna know which one am I putting out? And you do that by selecting this one and then hitting X to expand. So by doing that, it shows you all the slabs you have. This works for everything too. Like if you have pear wood beds versus oak wood beds, you can do it this way and select which one you want. Or if you have a statue of a frog versus the statue of a dwarf and you want the frog one out there, this is how you select which one you want to put out. So we're gonna hit enter on that one. So we'll make that slab and we'll throw it. He's right there. I think I saw it in here. There he is. So there's a slab, but he's not happy about it being in the stockpile. I don't know why. But you'll see once we get that slab, we'll haul it over there and then he'll be happy. There we go. Purple guy's grabbed it. And he's throwing it in there. He's building right now. There we go. Key cross has been put to rest. Hooray! Everybody's happy now. There was much rejoicing. It's so exciting. Bed is done. And I did build some cabinets to stick into my barracks here. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll put one there. I think I only got one. We'll put in that. And we'll put in a container next to it. I'll put a chest, chalk coffer. I did build an armor stand for it as well, which I'll put like right as you go in. Armor stand there out of microcline, and we'll build a weapon rack, which is also down here at R somewhere, and we'll set it right over. We'll put it right over here. We'll put a weapon rack over there. That way they can have a little bit of gear coming in here. And now I think chat may be able to help me with this, but as long as this is marked off as a barracks, they should automatically put weapons in there. Am I correct? I don't have to actually set it up as a stockpile. They should use those because it's a barracks, and they should use that as where they put their weapons. Hey, Space, how's it going? If I'm wrong about this, you can be sure to yell at me about that. Okay, so we've got, is our bookcases done? Let's go take a look. It should be. We can look in here, and he's not working on them anymore, so I'm assuming they're done. They're probably in here somewhere. If we had a nice tile set, we'd be able to see them just by looking at them. Or if I knew my tile set a little better. They're somewhere in here. They may actually just be under the table also. Right in here. Sometimes they're just laying in there. Let's go and put that out. So we're going to build a bookcase, which was Alt something. Alt C. We put a couple bookcases out. We'll put like, over here. Bookcase. We got 3 of them apparently. We'll put an oak one out. And we'll do, not display furniture. We want a bookcase again. Put one there. And I guess we can do a third one. That's not going to line up very well, is it? Alright, we'll put it there. Okay, bookcases. Nice. Nice, Adam. So now if we get a book, we can put a book in there. And we'll actually get some, it'll be real nice. I think we made some doors, right? Yeah, lots of doors. So let's go and put some doors in here to fill these rooms out. Probably need to get more doors. They should be getting done eventually. Let's make these things all into bedrooms, like that. And again, we're not going to mark them out as owned by anyone. They'll grab them as they see fit. Stakud has already grabbed this one. And we have... Oh, Locum and Deton are apparently married, so they're taking that one. And then Eteb and Stakud are grabbing that one also. Stakud... We had 2 Stakuds, apparently, in this fortress. Alright, so we should probably talk about industry. Is that the next step that we're on now? We've got bedrooms for everybody. We have guild halls. We have a library. We have temples. We have bedrooms for everybody. We've got we have a barracks. Not a lot of dwarves in there. If we get another oh, an elven caravan has arrived, has it? Oh, interesting. From Nilarem Fiva. Here they come. You can see there's the elves coming in. Elves don't use carts. They use horses. And so they're just, or whatever that is. What is it? Hit K and look at it. What do they bring? They have a water buffalo. They don't actually bring carts. Elves are very angry about you messing with trees. But they make everything of theirs out of trees. Like, they grow their wooden armor or whatever. It's terrible. So let's take a look. Where was that place at? How do we know who are these? I'm assuming these are the guys that we are allied with, which is over here. I'm not actually sure, though. But we're probably going to kill him anyway. But we could trade with the elves if we wanted to. Just like we did before. We can give them... Lord Consort is here. We could give them... you know, whatever, and then we can trade things away from them and buy things from them. You know, how we do. We could also just lock it down and kill them all and take their stuff. I mean, you know, that's kind of what you do. They are elves, after all. What else are we going to do with them? So, let's take a look at what we've got. So, we go to you, take a look. So, we've got the Lord Consort is here. This is the elf guy. We haven't... I think that's the Lord. I think that's who that is. We can view him and enter. Such creature... Oh, no, he's a human. Greasy hair, extremely long. Angular chin. Head somewhat narrow. He's a human guy. So, we've got a Siamang. What is a Siamang? Siamang. Oh, it's a monkey. That guy. Okay. So they have a monkey in a cage. They also have a boar, and they have a wombat in a cage. There's only 2 merchants. There's no one here to defend. The buffaloes will fight back. But I think maybe we're gonna get we're gonna check out our ability to fight them. So let's do that. They have already settled in here. Now again, we could trade with them if we wanted to. But I think it's killing time. I kind of want to close that gate there and then lock them in and kill them, but I don't know. You may have noticed that we have a thing up here popping up. So it's petitions available. So let's take a look at it. Shift P. So Caddy here. Caddy, who has just showed up recently. Caddy Strapping Seizure is his name. He wants to live here. He's like, hey, this place is all right. I'd like to be here, and I want to just to entertain. He's a bard, apparently, that's coming. Probably one of those human bards that came along a while back. And he wants to live here to just entertain us. And so we're going to say, sure. You don't have to say yes, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll get a well here once we get down to the caverns. That is important if it's too cold out. We'll have to get a well. But first, we're going to get some training done by killing some elves. So remember how we did this before. We're going to take our army, and we're going to grab them. Now, we can just tell them to go kill. I'm going to use the move thing and tell them to stand right here. And so everyone's going to gather up. They're going to grab whatever weapons they need and pile out here. We should have all 5 of them hang out here somewhere. There's 4 or 5. They're all here. So now that we're here, we're going to take S and an A, and we're going to have them kill from a list. We've got, not the humans, but we have an elf merchant there. Thalu is there. We can hit I, and we can hit plus and minus to go through this. Now, we want to hit 2 things. So we got to hit D and F. But if you hit D and F, it just rotates. But if you hit D and then hold Shift and hit F, it does both of them. So it's killing time. And then enter. And then space for pause. And you may be able to see, it's kind of, I zoomed out a little more here. You can probably see through the carnage, there's the E's of the elves. And my people, of course, you know, are the ones with the smiley faces. And there you see bolts flying around. These elves are getting slaughtered. You can hit R to see what's happening. The swords dwarf is fighting. I don't know who this guy is. But he is, Missile Commander bashes the elf merchant in the head with his crossbow. He's not using any bolts. He's just smashing him with the crossbow. That's how he does things. Which is perfectly fine. Okay. Done. When you hear that noise with sound sense, that means battle is over. We've won. Let's go and look and see what we get. So now we got all this stuff that's laying here on the ground, which we're going to go ahead and take. We can hit Q and take a look at it. Well, we can hit K and take a look at all this stuff. Do we still have a trader? We killed them all, right? Where's this guy at? Oh, he's way out here. Yeah, there's nothing else here, so they shouldn't be here anymore. But there we go. So all this stuff will be ours. And we can take it. So we should start grabbing this stuff. And you can see that they're grabbing. So you can run it in here, grabbing things, and hauling them back into our stockpile. We're just taking all their stuff. This is our stuff now. So that's how we do things whenever there's elves around. We got all kinds of food out of that. We got all kinds of things from them. And the elves, from time to time, they'll come back. But usually they won't. I mean, they usually will continue coming back from time to time, and they probably attack us at some point. Free stuff is right. Go take a look. We're gonna go to C and take a look at this. Was these people? We're at war with those. We're allied with these guys still. I don't remember. Were we at war with that one before? I guess so. So we still have an alliance with these elves, and I guess these guys here are the same ones. This is the scintillating Zephyr. These are the guys we're at war with anyway. And then these silvery blazes we're allied with for some reason. Oh, there's 3 different elf populations because there's the Yellow Knight. Oh, these are goblins. Silvery blazes. They're all over. Bite peoples and the monsters with the front teeth. That's right. Oh, a masterpiece. You may have seen that. A masterpiece cherry wood bed. Vukar has been making things so much, he's getting very good at it. Oh, we have like a whole mercenary group coming in here. We got human swordsman, axeman, pikemen, all showing up as a group. Come visit something. How many tables do I have? I'm going to set up another row of tables in here. I have a couple more. I want 4 more tables. 5 more tables. Let's go make those. We have a petition. Somebody wants to join us. I'll make 5 more tables, and then I want a few more chairs. So, again, Shift P for that petition up there. And we've got Siga wants to entertain us as well. You're going to get a lot of these. A lot of people really want to entertain us. We'll allow a couple of them. A couple of them can come in. So we'll approve this one. So they can come in, and basically they're part of our fortress. We can go to U, and we can see that they're actually here. We got a human bard. And who was the other one we let in? Was it Caddy? So they're both here as part of our town. We can't do anything with them. We can't let them fight. Some folks will come in and they want to come in and fight monsters. You'll have other folks that want to join your military. These guys just want to live in our tavern. Oh, look at that. We've got Eteb is watching Datan do a archery demonstration. We can take a look at this. They're sitting here at our at the archery spot, and he's watching them. He's learning how to shoot a bow. Excellent. Excellent. Reloading bar hopper. Yeah, much more like it. The U's are the humans. If they have little dots on them, that means they are armored. I'm kind of hoping those guys that came in may want to join me and fight. Masterpiece apricot wood bed. Well done, buddy. Nice. Nice looking beds. We can put those beds to use here. And let's do another row of beds over here. I don't want to go too far over. Yeah, it's fine. So let's go dig. I'm going to set up another thing here. Go all the way out to this way, and then we'll do the same things we did before. I'm shaking my monitor, so if I seem shaky, I'm sorry. I'm shaking my camera. Yeah, burrows. Something like that. Do that. Then we'll go to industry first before we do all that. So there we go. There's a new section of bedrooms we'll put in here for the hopefully new dwarves that show up before too long. And we really need a lot of doors in this place. We're making them, right? You and an M. Rock doors. Yeah, well, he's still working on them. We got 10 of those spears done. So let's go ahead and make one of those. So we can come in here and just like we did before with the other traps, we can go to B and then shift T to where the traps were, where the cage traps were, and we can find a weapon trap, which is W. And this guy, what do you need? I got mechanisms. Hang on. Give me some mechanisms, please. Let's make a few mechanisms just in case that's what we're missing here. Evil Fort over the volcano. No, we yeah, something did happen to it. In fact, yeah, something did happen to it. it had a bad day. But we stormed across the land and we destroyed many outposts. It was a good time. So we got a lot of, I think these are all cages in here. We have a lot of cages in here. Can I build any more cages? I guess what am I missing for my weapon? Maybe I must be missing some weapons. Okay, so over here we're gonna put in some more cages. I'm gonna set them up over here. You can see these little arrows here are where the cave traps already are. Let me set one up there. What's in the way? I do have. Oh, you know what? My tanner butcher there is there. Put one there. I do have mechanisms. I must be missing weapons. Oh no, there we go. A weapon trap. Okay, we can do one now. So just like cage traps, but these are pointy and they hurt things that walk into them. So we'll set one up right there. And we can tell what it wants to do. So we have to have 10 items into it. So we've got these bows, T-wood bows, Kapok longsword. These are things we took from the elves. But we got all these training spears that we have made. So let's go down here and take 2 of those. You don't have to fill it all the way up, but we can have up to 10 things in it. The more things in it, the more damaging it's going to be. Do we have anything else? We got more training spears here. One there, one there. What are we at now? Oaken short sword. This is stuff that the elves brought us. The numbers disappearing are kind of weird. What do we want to put in there? I mean, we don't have to put everything. I don't know how many we actually put in there. We'll just call it done. So D, we're done. And then that'll be a trap that's just gonna have a bunch of pointy weapons in it. Yes, a K-pop longbow. Let's go look at, we got a bunch of new weapons. I suppose we can use them. I mean, they're wood, and they're kind of garbage, but you know what? Let's make a new military squad. You know what? How many do we have here? 18. On the next round of migrants, we'll build up another military squad of melee folk. Okay, so now, down, where's our industry be? Let's go down here, down one more past the jails. And we're going to dig, just like we did before, and we're going to dig an up-down stair. Set this thing up here. And we're going to dig out just a big room here of craft land. We're going to put forges and furnaces, all that stuff's going to be down here. This is where we do the proper industry. Now, ideally, we would like to have metals. And so we're going to go try to find some metals. So let's go dig. And we can just dig straight down from where we're at here and go try to find caverns and things. But it's kind of dangerous to have it all open because things will just come up and chew your face off. So let's go build over this way and just have like a little a hallway that we can build up downstairs and just go straight down. And we're just going to go down. I'm just hitting shift period, just going way down. And hoping that I run into something. I probably should make this a little bigger. That's fine. You can do it like 2x2 like I've been doing, but I just do 1 for that one. Now by doing it this way, we can come down here and we can put like a door here, which will block it off. So if something terrible does come, maybe it'll help defend it. Does this explode with weapons? I think what it does, it's like a, I don't know how it works. I guess it's just like a board with a bunch of weapons stuck into it, the weapon trap here, and I guess as you walk by it, it just pokes you. Sort of like the trap like in RimWorld, the trap. Okay, so that's getting dug out now. That'll give us industry, and what's another thing we need to show? Oh, we need to get a well going. So hopefully we'll find some water down here, and we can deal with a well. There's always water underground, and so we can dig out there and get a system of water set out. If we really wanted to be crafty, we could carve away from this waterfall here, and build an underground basin that we could dig into to get ourselves a well. Having a well is nice because right now people have to go outside to get water if they want to. We don't really want to do that. We don't have any drinks here. We would like to not have to do that. You may see there's a new option here. Brew drink from fruit. So we got things probably from the elves. We got like strawberries and cherries or whatever. We can do that too. We'll make some drinks out of the fruit also. But it would be nice to have a well inside the fortress so we don't have to go outside to get water. I'm trying to think of a less complicated way of doing this. We can just grab something from here and dig around and dig a basin thing that we can dig into quite easily. This wouldn't be too difficult. Is this too much to come over here? Trying to think if it's too much to let's just see if we find a cavern. It's real easy. Traps need to be manually triggered. The weapon trap is just if they step on it, it hits them. You can make other traps that, like the pressure plates can react to. So then it does whatever it does, or it drops a bridge and so they fall into a pit. Yeah, there's all kinds of things you can do. Upright spears, so if we have a pit below the bridge and they can fall down in there, all kinds of things we can torture folks with. What are you doing over here? Oh, preparing this raw fish. Good job. Oh, you know what? This is all done now, isn't it? Oh yeah. Let's do this now. Let's smooth stone. We're gonna smooth this whole zone here. Yeah, let's just smooth everything. It's gonna take a while. Let's just smooth all this though. Okay. All those walls are gonna get smoothed out. But make it look much nicer in here. I'm sorry, little Adam Miller. Oh, we've discovered an expansive cavern deep underground.